Hey. Hi.
What's up, y'all?
What up, everybody? The Noonchi Podcast is here. I'm still wearing hoodies because whoever wrote that comment, whatever. Today I'm wearing the Pishik University hoodie.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm wearing it is because in their most recent video, they're playing this new concept where they have this like British woman interview them.
Uh-huh.
So she has the accent, like, so tell me about Pishik University or whatever. I can't do the accent, right?
Uh-huh.
And so they play themselves, but in like hyper, like, I don't know, not realism, but basically they are parodying Korean world stars. Like BTS types of people, right? So like, when they have to do an English interview and be like, so, what are your concerns? Like, what do you want to help in the world? And then like one guy, so there's always in those types of groups, especially in K-pop groups, there's one or two that are the representative English speakers.
Yeah, yeah.
And one just goes, fuck it, I'm speaking in Korean, right?
Yeah.
And so there's three of them. So one of them is just purely speaking in Korean, which is amazing because he understands all the questions. But like something like, so like, what is your main concern? And he started going off on global warming. Okay. You know what I mean? But like, like how they always talk about global warming or world peace. Like one of them always, like it's kind of their thing, Yeah,
yeah.
And then they ask like, who are your role models? And then he goes, well, I mean, I don't know about role models, but there are people who like we're inspired by.
Yeah.
They're like, who? And then, they went out from Bill Gates and Elon Musk and then, Mother Teresa, Helen Keller. There was things. They went off and said like all kinds of people, right? Jay-Z, Dr. Dre.
It's somewhat scripted. It's like they're ready for the answer.
Yeah. And then they went Far East Movement, Danny Cho.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Walter Hong.
They threw,
right.
They threw that in.
They threw that in there. And because they did, and I know they did it as a joke, but I thought it was funny, especially the people
inside joke,
especially like people that know them, but like even like their hardcore fans that know that we're also friends.
Oh yeah,
right. So in order to how do you say, gain some followers, I wrote a comment. I said, no, guys. You guys are my role model.
Okay.
Right? In English, right?
Yeah.
And then so they pinned it. And
they pinned it on the YouTube page?
Yeah. So I feel, so, like for those that are trying to, as they call it, clout chasing, you know what I mean? If someone mentions you, that's like a significantly bigger YouTube channel, leave a comment and hopefully when they pin it, then it'll bring, how do you say, traffic to your channel.
Yeah.
Now, the unfortunate thing is this channel, the Danny Cho Comedy, which is now pretty much the Noonchi Podcast channel, right? It's all in English.
Yeah.
For the most part. So they'll look and then they'll be like, oh, man, I don't understand shit. Right?
We should just change it for the week, all Korean.
Yeah.
Write some comments in Korean. We'll respond in Korean too.
Right. So like, that type of stuff. And
that's cool. They hooked you up. So you're in response, you're
just be like, hey, Pishik University.
What does Pishik stand for?
Pishik means like, in Korean, it means smirk.
Oh, really?
Like Pishik is like, Okay. Yeah. So that's what it means. It means like
Pishik.
Yeah. So yep, that is why I'm wearing this sweater. On top of that, I didn't do ballet.
I like that. It's like a perfect situation for merch. I think having their channel name, or that's just their group name, right?
Yeah.
Pishik Daehak.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. Their merch must feel like university, college.
I mean, they have that, but then they also have like, in their characters, like one of them, like it's 4 of them and they play ajashis that go hiking.
Yeah.
Right. So,
I've seen that.
So, but then it's like, so they'll have like, the Ellen Iverson sleeves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they've sold that.
They have their own version.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
it say P69 also?
Yeah. And then
That's hilarious.
like a hiking mug that you can carry, like a small like, tin mug, like stuff like that. So
do they use it in their videos too?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I think though the biggest thing, like their biggest money maker was they had something where I think this is the true reason why their channel blew up, was they did a series where because of COVID you can't go on 소개팅, right? So it's kind of like doing it over like FaceTime. So that was the content, and those characters blew up.
But the biggest merch came out of that?
So they made KakaoTalk emojis.
Oh, out of those characters. And that sold really well.
Fucking crazy amounts. Like I talked to the the guy that started it, and they were like, I don't understand why so many people bought it, but they bought it.
Nice.
Right. We're talking like, I'm not millions of dollars, but like, oh shit, that's a significant amount of money.
Okay.
Yeah. Type of.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Emoji, though, they got into the emoji game.
Especially because like that, there was this one character that was so popular. You know, like he plays like this like greasy ass like cafe owner.
Okay.
And he always says like really just greasy shit.
Who play? Is that Minsu or?
None of the three play them.
Oh no,
it's like a separate person.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now they have like offshoot kind of.
Right, but so like I think the rule is like the revenue off of that channel is theirs.
Okay.
Right, but then they can go off and do other things and
on their own.
They all have their individual channels.
Okay.
So that character and then another character is like
So these characters that are not the original three, right? And then they bring in other people to act with them, and sometimes those characters get famous.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Yeah.
So is there some sort of like a loyalty to them?
What do you mean?
Let's say Pishik made these guys famous, these offshoots of their
right.
Do they then take those characters and do their own channels? And
they do,
but do they still come back to do content with Pishik?
Yes.
So they're still like no one's ever like crossed the line. I'm going.
But then they do their own offshoots of their own channels, and they all are big. Like the two guys that we're talking about. To me, it's kind of funny that the two biggest characters of that channel are not the original members of Pishik, right?
Yeah.
But then, to them it's like whatever, like they're making money.
Yeah, it gave them a platform. At least they were friends, right?
Right.
So,
and they're still like, doing shit with each other. But then the thing is like the main three guys are not the biggest hits.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right.
That's really interesting.
So it's like if Ringo started the Beatles.
Or if Ringo joined later.
I know, right? But what I'm saying is like if the four joined together or started the Beatles, and then John and the other like Paul and everybody else, George, they joined later.
Oh, and then they became
famous.
Okay,
so Ringo still makes money, but he doesn't get to recoup the amount of fame as that the headliners get.
I see.
We
got to get more guests on the show, and they got to get big.
Yeah.
Clearly are. We're missing something. Oh, but actually, Danny and I, we talked about this, but we know what our some of our main problems are when it comes to not getting our names out there, and we just have to work harder on that. We need more time and energy and more discipline. Yeah, we lack some discipline. Welcome to the Noonchi Podcast, y'all, where we are just giving you not our all, but half of our. I
don't know.
We'll get there. We sold another Keseki
snapback.
Yeah.
Hey.
Today, I was very surprised. I got a notice, and yeah, it just made my day.
So whatever the markup is,
Yeah.
we split it. Yay!
Yeah. You can buy a cup of coffee, maybe. Maybe.
So I wanted to talk to you about what I've been dealing with recently. Now, like last week, I talked to you about. I'm not under like super amounts of stress, but there is a little bit of stress with the comedy club. You know, just the pressure of like, will people come see
planning?
This shit?
You're in charge of booking.
You're
in charge of like, there's a lot of pressure on you. It should be that way. Right. The reward then, if it works out, is going to be greater.
So that's fine. But what I want to talk to you about is, and I've been told by people that were a lot older than me that this is something that's going to happen as you get older. It is the getting up in the middle of the night to pee.
Okay, I know lots about this.
Right now,
subject.
Now, I don't know. Like, you know, there's. I mean, usually the people that I recognize that watch our show are people similar to our age, right? But I remember, or I don't remember, waking up in the middle of the night to pee often in my teens, 20s, and 30s.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. It's just
now. Technically, I'm still in my 30s. Like I'm holding on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I am tightroping on the 30s and 40s right now. With that being said, in the last 2 weeks, almost every day, I have woken up in the middle of the night to go pee. What sucks about it, and I'm sure like everyone who feels it, like
okay,
what totally sucks about it is like sleep is awesome. It's so amazing, right? So if you wake up in the middle of the night, obviously you're straying away from amazing. Right? Yeah. Which already is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Now, if you go pee and if you start turning on lights and shit, that's going to really wake you up.
It does. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to go back to sleep, even if you're exhausted.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I typically sleep around 2 or 3.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now, if I come here, I set my alarm at like 8:30.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So I have maybe 5 hours of sleep. 5.5 hours of sleep, right? Today or this morning, I was like, fuck. I woke up, it was 5 a.m.
Because you had to pee?
I had to go pee, right? Now, I was like, motherfucker, right? Because, you know, you dream or no dream, sleep is just awesome. I love sleeping. I mean, it's people who say that they don't enjoy sleeping, or not that they don't enjoy sleeping, but they're like, yeah, sleeping's overrated, or you know, like I'll sleep when I die. I'd be like, fucking kill yourself, right? Right? I was like, how do you deny? Oh, you sleep a third of your life anyway, and I was like, yeah, because that's the best part of it, right? So I am annoyed, but then you know, with my logic of if I turn on lights, then I'm not going to be able to sleep till 8 and I'm just going to whatever. So I walk to the bathroom, no lights on.
Well, it's because you want to try to...
Right. I want to be like, all right, eyeballs. No UV lights, eyeballs, right?
Yeah.
And now this is what I want, because it's not just today. I've done it a few times. Is if you don't turn on the lights, you're gonna aim in the general direction of the toilet.
You've already done wrong, right there.
Right.
All right. I'll let you finish the story, but you've done something wrong.
You aim in the general direction of the toilet.
Aiming. Okay.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, since it's dark, you just woke up. Lights are not on. For a split second, when you shoot off, you know that you did not hit water.
Yeah.
So you adjust until you hear the sound of water.
That's right.
Right?
Right. You don't have a window in your bathroom.
Right?
Yeah.
So you go, okay, I hit water.
Yeah.
Now for that whatever amount of time, there's piss on the floor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now here's the thing though. If you, in that state, after you're done, if you clean the pee,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That'll wake your ass right the fuck up too.
Yeah. It's just
right?
too much work going on.
Right.
Using of the brain.
Right.
Sure.
So I go later.
Yeah. Later.
Right?
Yeah, I'll do it later.
And then the thing is, like, even though, you know, I shower in the like Korean bathrooms, there's no tub or like partitions.
Yeah.
But when I'm in a hurry, which I normally am when I'm coming here, I don't
Wash the whole bathroom.
Spray the floor.
Right.
So a few times when you skip a day or two, you walk in and you're like, this smells like a public bathroom. So,
man, you're such a rookie.
So no, but here's the thing though, like after a few times doing it that way, I actually contemplated today, what if I held it in?
Yeah.
Because I woke up at 5.
I do that.
You know what? I'm gonna hold it until 8:30 or whenever I need to wake up.
Yeah.
So I'll try to, go back to amazing good times.
Okay.
But then as I'm trying to do that, I have and this is I think it's genetic. My mom is like this. I worry a lot. I think a lot. I live in my head a lot. So I got to a point where I was like, but what if I piss myself
in your sleep?
In my sleep. Right? I haven't since I was a wee baby, right? But here's my point. Then I started doing the cost benefit analysis.
You mother.
Right? Of is it easier to clean the bathroom floor later, or in case I do piss myself, to throw out my mattress? And I was like, all right, I have my answer. So I went to the bathroom and I did what I did. So,
all right.
So what is your, because you are significantly older than me, you have more experience in terms of peeing with the lights off.
All right. So for one thing, if I can help it, I don't drink too much water after 9 p.m. That's one thing.
Okay.
All right. Unless I'm drinking alcohol, then I drink a lot of water. Then it's, but the other thing is, I don't stand. I just sit down. I go straight to sitting and pissing in the night. So I'll do the one hand pushing it towards the water.
Right.
You know, otherwise it's kind of hanging off the front, the front of the bowl. So I got to do a little adjustment. It's like, you know, kind of like face the hose towards the water. Yeah.
So, okay, that is actually...
but I used to do what you did. I used to go in and just stand there in the dark. Like, especially when the baby was really young.
Right.
Because anything would wake him up. Right. So I would... if we turn on the bathroom light, not only the light, the fan is loud. So I was kind of forced into the whole sitting down thing because even that stream makes too much noise.
Right.
So I'm used to just sitting down. I just gave in. I pissed sitting down.
I'm still holding on to my
to your youth.
To my fucking like machismo manhood. Do you know what I mean?
Oh man, it's too much effort, man. Oh. At one point, it is gonna be. I think, you know, life is cyclical. You know, so that's why there's diapers for seniors.
Right.
And you know, just the thought of it makes you feel like a little sad. But the more older I get, I can't wait. Like when I can just start pissing in a diaper, like I'm past knocking on wood because I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good life. It's even better if somebody like swaps it out for you. Like, so,
but don't
in
you
the
think?
meantime,
Okay,
it's
well, okay,
when you're a kid, when you're first trying to be potty trained,
right,
you're basically not hitting the bowl all the time,
right.
And so, you know, and that kid's not cleaning that piss up either.
Right,
So
right,
you're
right.
in that stage of like,
right.
that cyclical, like it's all coming back.
But you know, don't you think? All right, like whenever you get to the you wearing diapers age, right? You know how you more so than me feel bad when people have to do things for you,
Sure.
right? Don't you think you'll feel bad when somebody has to grab both your legs and make you?
It depends. You know, like,
and like baby wipe your fucking balls and ass.
I mean, this is really what I'm working towards for retirement, where I make enough money where I make enough. I don't give a fuck money. Like, I'll pay someone to do that. You know.
All right.
There are people. There are nurses or they're home. What do you call them? Just you know.
Yeah.
If I can pay someone to do that and they're getting paid fairly, then I would not feel so bad, I think.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the proper salary is? like okay, if you were in the position of cleaning someone else, not your own child, but a fucking old person's
If I had to do it.
Right.
Yeah. What's the salary?
What is the salary where you're like, that's fair. I will clean up adult piss and shit.
Yeah. It wouldn't be like straight out of college salary.
Okay.
Tack on like 10% of what I make now. I think I could do that for a living now.
That's funny. Yeah. So I mean, that is, you know, I think I've told you this before. Like,
but I will say, my son has caught me peeing sitting down, and I don't think he should see that.
Why not?
Because like we're trying to potty train him, right?
Well, he's not gonna make a splash.
If he sees his dad, you know, who has the same instruments that he does, sitting down, taking a leak, I think I'm not doing my job as a father.
No, because I remember like I still feel this way, is that, you know, and I think we've talked about this before, where like, you know, like that you have the urge to shit, so you sit down on the bowl, right? And then nothing comes out, just a few farts, and then you just pee.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're like, like I feel like I have to do like machismo manly shit after I get out the bathroom. So I've done push-ups. I've literally done push-ups right outside my bathroom. Like I can't end on a loss.
I don't know what it is. I've pretty much like surrendered to that whole idea of holding on to machismo and
like
whatnot,
crying,
you know,
crying in public, or like
crying about
or like while watching movies.
Yeah.
Like in the comfort of your own home. Like, okay, you know, like, you know, I'm not ashamed to say that I've cried.
Yeah.
Right? But it's a lot harder when you're crying
in front of.
Like when you're holding it in, especially like in a movie or something, right?
Yeah.
And then today at lunch with me, you, and one of our coworkers, you know, young kid, right? And then we were talking about Endgame, and I was like, "Hey, so like, did you guys cry in Endgame?"
Yeah.
And then you were like, "Oh, I mean, no, not really."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I mean, there's no sad, not the sad part, but like." You know, and then as I was explaining it, I was like, "Oh, I just admitted indirectly that I fucking cried in Endgame."
Over like fictional scenarios,
right?
And you were like going scene by scene. What hit you?
Right.
When
as I was explaining it, I was like, "Oh, I'm indirectly admitting that I cried," but it wasn't. It wasn't
when the hammer came to Captain America. Like, yo, man, yeah, whatever it takes, man, whatever gets you to.
But you know, like there's certain scenes where it's not like sad, like family stuff that get me. Sometimes it's like that epic feeling, right? Like
in Endgame, let's talk about Endgame.
Okay, so
everyone
Endgame.
saw Endgame.
Yeah,
Right?
so in Endgame, right? It seems like all's lost. Thanos just fucking up everybody. Like what was it? Thor, Captain America, and I think it was Iron Man, right?
Yeah,
Just fucking them up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then it seems like all else is lost. Then you see fucking Captain America huffing and puffing and has the sad eyes, like, oh, I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he hears in his earpiece like, Captain to your left.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden like the fucking portals open up and you see like everybody in the universe start coming in, and I was like, oh shit.
You got teary.
Right? I was like, oh shit.
I don't remember
and then everyone lines up, in old old school battle formation, and then fucking Captain America sticks his hand out, and then Thor's hammer hits, and he goes, Avengers assemble, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I can't believe I'm tearing up for this epic shit. But it happened to me once more. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, in not in Avengers, but even when I was younger. Mm-hmm. It was Lord of the Rings, right?
Okay.
And it wasn't a sad part. It was
when the hobbits kneel.
No.
That's a great moment. That gets me every time. It's like, you kneel to no one. And then everyone like
the part that got me was it was in between the first and second one, right? Where Gandalf goes, fly you fools, and then he he falls down, and then he starts, as he's descending into depths of whatever, he's fighting this monster, and he's like, ah! And I was like, yeah.
That's not in the end of the movie. That's in the beginning of the next.
Yes. So not when he dies.
So you got emotional at the beginning of the movie?
I was like, yeah. Like there was a weird, like, how do you say, like, so weird, like, epic shit that always, like, that's a weird trigger.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just like the sad, like, whatever. I don't know if we ever had done an episode of movies or things that made us cry.
I think we've talked about it before. I remember talking, because I cry at the end without a doubt. I'll cry every time when I watch Field of Dreams. And when, Ray Kinsella like meets his dad in young form. And he's like, Dad, do you want to have a catch? That whole thing. When his father acknowledges that he's his son.
But, my point is that, like, we bring this up because we come from a generation.
It's not okay to cry.
Particularly in public.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's why I refuse to watch movies in movie theaters with a significant other or
a buddy,
right? Where I'm like, you don't want, because especially when it comes to like, if you're watching it with a significant other, and if you're not like close yet, right? You just started dating, right? You don't care about the movie half the time. You care about whether or not your significant other is into
you
it.
And my wife are very similar.
Yeah.
And that way, like, I don't mind so much, but my wife will not watch anything emotional. She hates watching it with people. And she'll kill me if she knows that I say this, but she's kind of an ugly crier. And I know that's why she doesn't want to watch it. Like, one of her favorite movies is The Bodyguard.
Oh, shit.
Right? But she won't watch it with me. Like, I know she loves that movie, but I'm like, hey, let's watch The Bodyguard. Yeah. And she's like, no, because she basically is saying, I don't want you to see me ugly cry. So I get it though.
But
And she's more of a dude than I am. Like I'm more of the, I don't know. It's wrong for me to say, okay, like, but I'm more, you know, it's not a feminine thing, but it's more like I'm the bitch of the couple, you know. I made it worse, but
no arguments on my side.
Same here. I'm the bitch of this couple here. Like I've been called a bitch like behind my back. I'm sure. I'm pretty certain of it. Like,
oh, dude, I'll tell you to your face. But like weird things now. Like I remember. Oh, now I remember. We did kind of talk about it. Was that like I got stuck on a weird YouTube algorithm rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this.
Of
Thai commercials.
Thai commercials, and no, the one that caught me was like the people in the military that surprised their family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been down that rabbit hole.
That one made me like I remember just an hour straight. Just
I can remember
like this on my phone. Too. I'm just like on my phone, just like, bloop, but not like.
It's always like at a gymnasium where the kids are having like some sort of assembly,
yeah.
And they're like little Debbie Walker, come out, like, and
Debbie Walker.
I don't know. It's just like, and then all of a sudden they're like, turn around, and it's her dad that's been like coming from Iraq or something. Yeah. And then you see a little kid like ugly crying.
Right.
And then you're just like, oh goddamn, man. I know that feeling.
No, but you know what the part that tears, they're hard to control.
Yeah.
Right? But I feel like you've officially cried when you release air out of your mouth, air and sound. Right?
Yeah.
Where you go, where you make that sound, that's when, all right, you officially cry. Like a tear, you know, you can be windy. But if you go, like some sort of like,
you can't control your
exhale and something sound comes out of your mouth, you motherfucking cry.
But that has everything to do with you fighting it.
Yeah, right.
Like that sound is only distinguishable when you know somebody's fighting, holding back, dude.
And it's like, you lost, right? It's a brave fight, my friend, right?
What was the movie? I think this would be a good conversation to have with Pedro if we get on Zoom any day. But he's got those moments too. Like we used to watch Braveheart a lot together. Like I remember, there's moments in that movie. Like. Is it fun? When do you guys? I'm curious about the listeners. Like what gets you every time? Because I think I'm due for a good cry lately because I've just been stressed out, and sometimes that's enough, right?
Yeah, but okay,
to get you through like
where in your current living situation, right? Where the hell are you going to let a good cry out?
Yeah,
right.
The bathroom. Yeah, you know, I have to go. I watch it on my phone. Actually, I was watching yesterday. The Martian, with Matt Damon, right?
Yeah, Matt Affleck.
So at the end of the movie, there was one part when he's, you know, like, it got me for some reason. I just started to like convulse. You know? My kid's playing, I don't know, with his like, my kid's playing over there with his Transformers and stuff. Yeah.
Damn, I was peeing like, for a long time.
No, I happened to be in the kitchen.
Okay.
And then I'm in eye line with him, right? So, but at one moment, like, it got me. I normally don't get emotional. Well, I've seen that movie a lot. I like it, right? So, but I got emotional at one point, and I just like kind of, I did the, and then I got teary eyed. And then right away, I paused it because I knew that that's one way to stop it. And I looked up to make sure the kid wasn't, because he's not going to understand
Yeah, of course,
why his dad is like
Yeah.
a little bitch. Like he's not gonna understand that at his age. So
He's gonna find out sooner or
I
later.
had that moment yesterday, but I wanted it. Like I love those moments, and I usually give in to them. So I normally, like in normal situation, if I was like, let's say in the other room, I probably would have not paused it and just be like, all right, I need this. I need these tears. Like,
Okay, so you know what I think you should do, and I think obviously you need permission from your wife to do
I
this.
thought you were saying, obviously you need therapy.
No, but what I mean is that like it doesn't even have to be an expensive ass like hotel room or whatever, but be like, hey, I'm gonna go to a hotel today or whatever, motel. You'll be like, why? Are you cheating on me? No. And you're gonna explain to her, I'm gonna watch a bunch of sad movies.
Yeah.
Give me like 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
Or maybe even the whole day.
Yeah.
And then you make a playlist of everything that you know will make you cry. And then you just watch, and then you just lay in bed and just.
It's like, a weird request.
Yeah.
But I think my wife would go for it for me. She knows that. Like, I like to cry.
So
You know what? Actually, I did have this conversation with Peter because I was asking him, what movie should I watch? What's a good tearjerker, right? And he said to watch Ode to My Father.
Yeah.
So one day I was already like, I was like, okay, if Peter says it, I know it's gonna happen. So I set aside some time and I put it on. It was on Netflix, and then I realized there's no subtitles for it in English. I'm like, do I watch it in Korean and try to understand what's going on, or am I gonna miss the whole? Like,
right.
And so I ended up not watching it because I felt like, man, there's just too much that I'm not gonna understand. And when it comes to the moment where the tears are supposed to fall, I don't want to miss it. And I feel like if I miss it the first time, I won't get it the next time.
Well, you can always turn it on VPN and flip it around.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a VPN back then.
But no, I suggested Ode to My Father to Pete.
Oh, that's why he got okay. Yeah. So, yeah. What else though? Like, I'm definitely gonna.
But you know what? Like
next week, I'll do it next week because I'm gonna try to take 2 days off and go somewhere.
Because the recent movies, I don't really see that made me go anywhere in terms of like emotionally. Squid Game, people were like, "Oh, I cried here," and I was like, "Where?
Where? Yeah,
well, yeah. Nowhere."
Yeah, I don't remember being emotional.
But
well, maybe at the end, like everyone saw it, right? Maybe at the end when the girl exits. Yeah, that was pretty emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Nah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not one of those things where I was like, yeah, I don't quite.
This is an older movie. Like Korean movies, I think they're kind of changing their formula a little bit. Because back then, like every movie, the formula was comedy, you gotta cry at the end.
Okay.
Suspense, you gotta cry at the end. Right. right. Everything at the end was set up for that type of vibe, right?
Yeah.
And even like there's one called 신과 함께. I think it's Divine with the Gods or something like that. Like it's a Korean movie. It's on Netflix.
It's an older movie?
It was released around the time I moved here.
Okay. So it's
right,
recent,
like 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what happened was I watched it on a plane.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, something about the altitude and it makes my heart strings get a little bit more more sensitive. Right. And then so I was from Hong Kong, I was on the way back here.
Okay.
Right. And it was on the plane.
All right.
And I had exit row. And when you have exit row, when the flight attendants ain't got shit to do, there's one sitting right in front of you.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so there's a sad scene, and it's getting there.
Yeah.
And I noticed that there's a flight attendant just not looking at me, but aimlessly just staring off into whatever the fuck she stares at, right?
Well, she's supposed to be attentive because if she sees a man crying, she's got to like make sure that he's not suicidal.
Yeah. So I was like, and then when and then she goes, and this.
So you prompted her away so you can get your. Because you knew this moment was coming?
No, not to cry, to wipe away the tears.
Oh, okay.
Because it was dark, right?
Yeah.
Because so she couldn't, I don't know if she can maybe see the glistening. But then I realized the difference between how a skinny person wipes their eyes when they cry and when a fat person wipes their eyes.
How's that?
A fat person, especially a fat kid, wipes their eyes like this. Like one
swoop of the arm.
Yeah, with their like usually the back of their hand or their like palm, but like one swoop, right? Yeah. Skinny kids kind of wipe it this way with both hands.
Oh, okay.
Per eye.
Oh, really?
Fat people go and then just do like a little wipe of the
That's
one
interesting.
Hand. Right.
That's interesting.
So I fucking fat guy wiped as I sent the flight attendant to get some water.
Wait, you wear glasses, so do you take your glasses off and then wipe?
Well, yeah, if I do the fat guy wipe, but then
so there's steps into there's steps for people with glasses. You whispered it.
As soon as she turned around, because if I make if I use more than a whisper, then I'm sure that when we talked about the fighting the crying sound, like that tone might come out. 물 좀 주세요. Like I don't want to say 물 좀 주세요.
Oh man.
So I forget. I know the Korean title for it, but yeah, I'll let you know. But that shit made me.
Definitely let me know what that is. Because
there's a part 2. This one, Chateon. Chateon's in it too.
Oh, I like Chateon.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Did you see that one? I call it so if Ode to My Father is kind of like the Korean version of Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Minus the mental handicap. Then
did we talk about this? I noticed something watching Forrest Gump recently.
No.
Like Forrest Gump came out in the 90s. And this is kind of messed up to say. And I feel like a comic could get away with it because we let them say crazy things or like inappropriate things.
Right.
I don't think I can say this. Yeah, no, I can't say it. Never mind. Let's move on. Because it came in the 90s, but I was thinking how forward thinking it was. Like, because back then, even in the 90s, people used the R word, in content. I remember, like, you can watch the movies where they use that word.
Yeah.
But not once in 3 hours did they use that word in Forrest Gump.
Maybe it's because maybe in the 60s, that wasn't the word.
Maybe that wasn't the word, you think? But I don't know if it's wrong for me to be thinking about that, but I mean, like
if they didn't use the R word, radical,
because I know we used it very nonchalantly, like to our friends and stuff. It just meant like we weren't trying to, but it is what I mean. But in the 90s, it would have been okay. I feel like we would have let it slide back then.
Yeah, of course,
right? But that movie doesn't have any of those kinds of.
Did you do an R word count? And you were like, there's none.
There's none. No, I just realized it. Anyway, that's weird.
Yeah. So there is, I would say, a Korean version, in my opinion, of I Am Sam. I Am Sam also got me, right? The Sean Penn, Dakota Fanning, right?
Oh, man. One, yeah.
Right. That one got me too.
That did get me too.
There is a Korean, I like to call it the Korean version of it. It's called Miracle in Cell Number 7.
I saw that. Yeah. Right. I did see that.
Right.
Yeah.
That one got me too.
Yeah.
Right.
Did get.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think, but nothing recent has gotten me.
Yeah. I can't think of anything.
I think you know what? Like, and it's as medium, like movies and like dramas and everything, they're getting much more complex, right? That they set up, because back then it was like, here, I'm setting you up for a big cry.
Yeah,
right. When it comes to like movies and dramas or whatever, like clearly there's like a setup.
And people wanted that.
Right.
Clearly, right.
And sometimes that's all I want. I don't want you to try to like make me feel like, matter of fact, make me feel like
intellectually
weird.
Stimulated.
Yeah. Like
I'm there too. Like that's why, for artistic sake, a lot of people don't opt for the happy ending anymore.
Yeah.
Right. The more realistic ending is the way people go. But fuck that, man. Like for me, maybe it's generational, but like I need a happy ending. Right. I don't need to like be taught a lesson or whatnot, unless the movie is just incredibly great, like throughout. All right, you can do whatever with the ending, but in general, I want a happy ending.
Like I was pissed off at the movie $1 Million Baby.
Oh, I can't remember the ending.
I mean, I could spoil it for you, right?
Why not? It's okay. Yeah.
So Hilary Swank, Dire Straits, boxer, female boxer, whatever, meets a trainer. In Clint Eastwood. And she fights for a big title shot. And during the fight, like she falls on the stool and hits her head on the stool, and she gets paralyzed.
Okay.
Right? And then I was like, wait a minute.
That was the end?
No. In my mind, I was thinking like, like worked hard. She was like poor or whatever. Like she's going to beat this person and become like Rocky or some shit like that, right? I thought it was going to be the female Rocky, which I was down for. She becomes paralyzed. She becomes a vegetable.
Yeah.
And then she basically tells Clint Eastwood to
pull the plug. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
And he does. And he leaves. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, for 3 hours, I was just like,
man, I hate, like, I get it for drama's sake.
Right.
There's another boxing movie that screwed me up because I didn't really see the necessity for someone to die in it.
Yeah.
I won't ruin it because it's like a movie that, anyway.
Yeah.
It's with Jake Gyllenhaal. That's all I'll say, right? And then someone recommended while I was in quarantine, Black Mirror, right? And I was watching it, and they're very thought-provoking, really well made, and they're like all like, I mean, you don't have to watch them in order, which is great, right? So I watched a few episodes and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. But then I realized after a while, there's no fucking happy endings on this. This is like all just like really twisted. Somebody, it's teaching a lesson, of course.
Right.
There's always some bigger lesson to be learned from it, but I can appreciate it for that. But sometimes I didn't need to keep watching them. I just felt like after like 4 or 5 episodes, it just was a bunch of like dark lessons.
Right.
And it just made me want to watch more happy ending, like Disney stuff.
Yeah. Like
after,
like remember the Titans?
Yeah.
There's a cry scene in there. You know?
Which, I'm sure there is. Like all those movies, like Rudy, all those sports movies. I
remember the Titans when what do you call it? Bertier, the white middle linebacker, he's in the hospital, paralyzed, and then the black linebacker comes in, and goes, "Sorry, only family are allowed." And the guy goes, "Are you blind?" That's my brother right there. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh man,
side.
Yeah, strong
left side.
Left side.
I was like, oh my god, racial harmony is so. No, but like
oh man.
But like my that's why I appreciate movies, even to this day, movies like Bloodsport. Not because I also grew up with it or whatever, but the plot is so damn simple.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I'm going to fight in a martial arts tournament.
Yeah.
By the way, Frank Dukes is apparently a complete liar, and it's based off of a real person.
Oh, yeah? Okay,
but that person is a complete sham.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But there's a real guy named Frank Dukes that did martial arts. But anyway, all that is made up stories. But like the idea of the story of him going, I'm going to, in honor of this Japanese ajashi that taught me martial arts, I'm gonna go and be badass. Yeah. And he's badass.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Throw a little weird love relationship in there,
Was there a moment? Was there a sad moment in that movie?
No.
Right? Okay.
If there was a sad part, I would say it's where
we are brothers. We must not fight against one another.
If there was a sad part, by the way, I don't think I've ever said this, but like, remember how I told you that I was on a flight from Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
And I've been there twice.
Yeah.
And it was for gigs, but then every chance I got, I would go look for spots.
Oh, from the movie.
From the movie.
Right. You did mention that. Yeah.
Right. The only spot that's still there and they can't change is where Jean-Claude Van Damme gratuitously does the splits. But he always gratuitously does the splits.
Yeah.
But he does it on top of a mountain overlooking the whole city.
Oh, yeah?
I've been there.
Oh, yeah? Did you try to do the split?
Hell no. I didn't do the splits, but I did the hand shit. Right?
Oh, man.
So
I need a good cry, though. I think that's my plan for my next trip. Next week, I'm trying to go to Jeju.
Yeah.
For a couple days.
Yeah.
Just because I need a break. I can't. I need a break, but if I can add in like a cry fest, like I'll be renewed.
I think it's too much. It's too time consuming, but Ungdapara series.
Oh, it's a series.
Yeah. The what is it? The Answer Me, Reply Me, 19.
Oh yeah. But it's not every episode. Right? It's just like they get you sometimes.
Yeah. I would suggest 1997, the first.
First.
One. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the 88 one. The 94 one I was whatever about. But anyway. Oh, dude, the father in there. Woo! There's a scene where I go, shit. Shit. Now, like, since I'm losing weight, I'm trying to force myself to wipe my tears like a skinny person. But yeah. So for all those listening, Bobby needs to cry. So if you can suggest some good cry moments, movies.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Particularly, like, I don't know, man. Like Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from their originals, like their old shit,
nothing. All right, yeah. There's always the good old faithful ones.
You didn't cry in Braveheart?
I did, but now I've watched it again since, and it doesn't really get me the same way. The one that gets me that's a Korean movie is A Moment to Remember.
Everybody so get you again.
Yeah, there. I forget what which moment it was, but yeah, that guy's so cold in the beginning, and then at one point, it just got me. That's a good one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to call this episode. I think we crybabies.
Ugly cry. No, we did ugly cry.
Yeah, we did ugly cry. Right.
Yeah. Cry babies is a good one. Yeah.
Bobby wants to cry.
Yeah, something along those
right.
lines.
Danny pees with the lights off.
Oh, right. That was how we started out.
Yes. Right? Well, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Keep those comments coming.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to CC and Teson for writing comments on the last episode.
Oh yeah.
Right. And then we also had one person, but I don't know. I didn't set the filter, but there was a anti-vaxxer that left a comment talking about how, like, you know, we were complaining that those people that don't want to get vaxxed. I go, that was me or you? So I'm going to say it's me that said, you can do whatever with your life, but you're jeopardizing everyone else. And then the comment was something to the effect of, you know, like, jeopardizing, do you do the research? There's 1,000 people that died because of the vaccine in Korea or whatever. And I'm like, but then we have anti-vaxxers that are listening to our shit too. Just letting you know. Okay. Yeah.
We also have Keseki hoodies now. You know, please, I don't know how that's related, but
wear it and look in the mirror.
All right, later, guys.
Thanks for listening.